Good morning and Merry Christmas. Today is December 3rd of 2023. This is we're reading from Matthew 1:18 until Matthew, through Matthew 2, up until Matthew 3. We're stopping before we get into Matthew 3. This is the Christ story. If you want to learn Jesus' genealogy, go watch the King James version of this Bible reading because that will have that in it. This is the New Living Translation Bible reading, NLT. So let's get into it. Now this is how Jesus the Messiah was born. His mother Mary was engaged to be married to Joseph. But while she was still a virgin, she became pregnant by the Holy Spirit. Joseph, her fiance, being a just man, decided to break the engagement quietly, so as not to disgrace her publicly. As he considered this, he fell asleep, and an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. "Joseph, son of David," the angel said, "do not be afraid to go ahead with your marriage with Mary, for the child within her has been conceived by the Holy Spirit, and she will have a son, and you will name him Jesus, for he will save his people, from their sins." All of this has happened to fulfill the Lord's word through his prophet. "Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will give birth to a son, and he will be called Emmanuel, meaning God is with us." When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord commanded him. He brought Mary home to be his wife. But she remained a virgin until her son was born, and Joseph named him Jesus. Jesus was born in the town of Bethlehem in Judah during the reign of King Herod, and about that time, some wise men from the east lands arrived in Jerusalem, asking, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We have seen his star as it arose, and we have come to worship him." Herod was deeply disturbed by their question, as was all of Jerusalem. He called a meeting of the leading priests and teachers of religious law. "Where did the prophets say that the Messiah would be born?" he asked them. "In Bethlehem," they said, "for this is what the prophets wrote. O Bethlehem of Judah, you are not just a lowly village in Judah, for a ruler will come from you who will be the shepherd for my people Israel." Then Herod sent a private message to the wise men, asking them to come see him. At this meeting, he learned the exact time when they first saw the star. Then he told them, Go to Bethlehem and search carefully for the child, and when you find him, come back and tell me so I can go and worship him too." After this interview, the wise men went their way. Once again, the star appeared to them, guiding them to Bethlehem. It was up ahead of them and stopped over a place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house with the child and his mother Mary, where they fell down before him and worshipped him. Then they opened their treasure chest and gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. But when it was time to leave, they went home another way, because God had warned them in a dream not to return to Herod. After the wise men were gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream. "Go and flee to Egypt with the child and his mother," the angel said. "Stay there, and I will tell you to return, because Herod is going to try to kill the child." That night Joseph left for Egypt with the child and Mary, his mother, and they stayed there until Herod's death. This fulfilled what the Lord had spoken through the prophet. I called my son out of Egypt. Herod was furious. He learned that the wise men had outwitted him. He sent soldiers to kill all the boys in and around Bethlehem who were 2 years old and under, because the wise men had told him the first star appeared to them about 2 years earlier. Herod's brutal action fulfilled the prophecy of Jeremiah. A cry of anguish is heard in Raham, weeping and mourning unrestrained. Rachel weeps for her children, refusing to be comforted, for they are dead. When Herod died, an angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and told him, "Get up and take the child and his mother back to the land of Israel, because those who are trying to kill the child are dead." So Joseph returned immediately to Israel with Jesus and his mother. But when he learned that the new ruler was Herod's son Archelaus, he was afraid. Then in another dream he was warned to go to Galilee. So they went and lived in a town called Nazareth. This fulfilled what was spoken by the prophets concerning the Messiah. He will be called a Nazarene.